Hey there, soldier. Grab your biggest bug zapper and buckle up, because we're going on a trip to Earth Defense Force 6, which hits the battlefield on July 25th for PC and PlayStation. That's right, folks. It's time to dust off your EDF marching boots and get ready to save the world again. This time, however, things might be a little different. Buckle up, because we're about to dive into a world filled with giant alien bugs, crazy overpowered weapons, and enough explosions to make Michael Bay jealous. But before we suit up and head out to fight the good fight, let's take a quick look at what Earth Defense Force 6 is all about. Imagine this. It's the year 2024, which is pretty much now. You'd think things would be peaceful after we beat back those nasty alien invaders in Earth Defense Force 5, right? Well, you'd be wrong, soldier. Turns out, winning a war can be pretty rough. Sure, we chased those creepy crawlies back to whatever space rock they crawled out of, but it came at a cost. Think about it like this. If your house got trashed by a giant alien slug, would you exactly be feeling sunshine and rainbows afterwards? That's kind of the situation Earth is in. We won the war, but most of the world is in ruins, and there aren't many of us humans left. So, what's a soldier to do? Well, that's where you come in. Earth Defense Force 6 throws you right back into the thick of things. You'll be joining the EDF, which is basically the ultimate pest control service, except instead of ants and spiders, you're dealing with giant alien bugs the size of school buses. Sounds like a pretty sweet gig, right? Well, hold on there, soldier. Sure, you get to use some seriously awesome weapons, but let's be honest, fighting for your survival against giant space bugs isn't exactly a walk in the park. Here's the good news. Earth Defense Force 6 is known for two things: over-the-top action and crazy fun. We're talking about mowing down hordes of alien bugs with giant laser rifles, raining down fire from the sky with rocket launchers that would make Michael Bay blush, and exploding everything in sight. Safely, of course, because collateral damage is a big no-no. If you're looking for a game that takes itself super seriously, this might not be it. But hey, if you want to let loose, have some laughs, and blow up some giant alien bugs in the process, then Earth Defense Force 6 is your jam. Now, before you rush out and grab the biggest gun you can find, there are a few things to keep in mind. First off, Earth Defense Force 6 can be a bit, well, challenging. Those alien bugs aren't exactly pushovers, and sometimes it can feel like you're being swarmed by a never-ending horde of creepy crawlies. But hey, that's what makes it fun, right? The challenge is part of the thrill. Think of it like this: the harder the fight, the sweeter the victory. Second, Earth Defense Force 6 might not be for everyone. The graphics might not be the fanciest, and the story isn't exactly going to win any awards. But hey, who needs a fancy story when you have giant laser rifles and exploding bugs, right? So, if you can look past those things and focus on the pure, unadulterated fun of blowing stuff up, then Earth Defense Force 6 is a game you won't want to miss. First things first, soldier. You need to pick your class. Think of it like choosing your favorite flavor of hero. In Earth Defense Force 6, you have 4 awesome classes to choose from, each with their own unique playstyle. Ranger. You're a well-rounded soldier, a jack-of-all-trades good at everything. You can take down enemies at close range with a shotgun, or snipe them from afar with a trusty rifle. You're basically the all-purpose bug zapper, ready for any situation. Wing diver. Feeling a need for speed? Then the wing diver is for you. These futuristic soldiers soar through the air with jetpacks, raining down death from above with high-powered laser beams and explosive rockets. Think Iron Man meets a bumblebee, and you've got the wing diver. Air Raider. Now, if you're more of a support-the-troops kind of soldier, then the Air Raider is your best bet. These guys don't fight on the front lines, but they're the ultimate backup crew. They can set up turrets to lay down suppressing fire, call in airstrikes to soften up enemy hordes, and even deploy helpful little robots to distract those pesky bugs. Basically, they're the party planners of the battlefield, making sure everyone has the tools they need to win. Fencer. Last but not least, we have the Fencer. These heavy hitters are all about getting up close and personal with the enemy. They're basically walking tanks, wielding giant shields and massive blades to cut through anything that gets in their way. If you like feeling the heat of battle and the satisfying crunch of metal on bug, then the Fencer is the class for you. Now, soldier, once you've chosen your class, it's time for the fun part. Picking your weapons. And let me tell you, Earth Defense Force 6 doesn't skimp on the firepower. We're talking about everything from classic assault rifles and shotguns to giant laser cannons that would make Darth Vader jealous. There are flamethrowers to roast those creepy crawlies, rocket launchers that turn enemy formations into fireworks displays, and even weapons that summon down bolts of lightning. Seriously, the only limit is your imagination and maybe your trigger finger. But hey, soldier, with all this awesome firepower comes a little responsibility. Remember, collateral damage is a big no-no. Sure, it might be tempting to level an entire city block with a well-placed rocket, but trust me, your commanding officer won't be too happy about that. So, try to keep the explosions contained to the enemy, most of the time. Alright, soldier, now that you're all geared up and ready to go, let's talk about the real stars of the show, the giant alien bugs. We're talking about everything from giant ants the size of houses to flying insects that blot out the sun. These creepy crawlies come in all shapes and sizes, each with their own unique attacks and weaknesses. You'll need to use your brain as much as your brawn to overcome these alien menaces. But fear not, soldier. With your trusty weapon in hand and your squad by your side, you'll be mowing down those bugs like a lawnmower on high speed. Just remember, teamwork makes the dream work. So don't be a lone wolf. Stick with your squad and you'll be unstoppable. Ow! Let's talk about what you'll be doing in Earth Defense Force 6. Saving the world, one bug splatter at a time. Missions in Earth Defense Force 6 are all about one thing: stopping the alien invasion and protecting what's left of humanity. You'll be deployed to a variety of locations across the war-torn Earth, from ruined cityscapes to sprawling deserts. Each mission throws a different challenge your way, keeping things fresh and exciting. Here's a taste of what you can expect. Defense missions. Sometimes, the best offense is a good defense. In these missions, you'll be tasked with holding down the fort against waves of enemy attackers. Think of it like a giant bug-themed game of whack-a-mole, except instead of a mallet, you have a rocket launcher. Much more effective, trust me. Escort missions. Not all heroes fight on the front lines. Sometimes, your job is to protect someone important: a scientist with a cure for the alien plague, a politician trying to unite the remaining human forces, or maybe even a grumpy old cat who holds the key to a well. Who knows? Whatever the reason, keeping your VIP safe is your top priority. Just remember, if they get squashed by a giant ant, that's on you. Soldier. Elimination missions. Sometimes, the only way to win is to take out the enemy leader. These missions pit you against giant alien bosses that are the stuff of nightmares. Think Godzilla with a bad attitude, or a giant wasp with a laser beam for a stinger. These baddies are tough, so you'll need to use all your skills and firepower to take them down. But hey, soldier, it's not all about saving the world, although that is pretty important. Earth Defense Force 6 is also about having fun. The game is filled with over-the-top action, crazy explosions, and enough cheesy one-liners to make an action movie star blush. Seriously, you'll be laughing so hard you might forget you're fighting for your survival. Just don't forget to dodge those laser beams while you're at it. Now, soldier, there are a few things to keep in mind before you head out on your mission. First off, Earth Defense Force 6 can be a bit, well, chaotic. Sometimes, the screen will be filled with so many giant bugs and explosions that you might not know which way is up. But hey, that's part of the fun, right? Embrace the chaos and just start blasting. Second, don't expect a deep and emotional story. Earth Defense Force 6 is all about the action, and the story is more of an excuse to blow stuff up. But hey, who needs Shakespeare when you have giant laser cannons, right? Alright, soldier, that's about all the intel I can give you. Now, grab your weapon, suit up, and get ready to defend Earth from the giant alien bug menace. Remember, teamwork makes the dream work, so stick with your squad, use your noggin, as much as your trigger finger, and most importantly, have fun. Earth Defense Force 6 is a wild ride, and you're in for one heck of a bug-squashing adventure.